This is proof right here, guys. If you're watching this, you will not meet nicer people. Whoop, I'm going to point up.
I am thrilled to be here and excited to just geek out on Star Wars.
It's like, that speaks Darklighter's home. So how did you know? Because I'm a nerd.
Sears never left me again. We're such soulmates that her being older and me being older was exactly where we were meant to be.
He pointed to Tim and he went, "We cast you." And I told casting, I said, get Earl Brown to be Tonti. Holy shit, I've recreated Deadwood in space.
I like to denote people as daddies from time to time.
Okay.
And I believe that you are a certified daddy. Like Pedro Pascal's a daddy. Like,
All right.
Certified daddy.
There's Mark Hamill, there's Harrison Ford, there's Carrie Fisher, and it's like, okay, we're doing Star Wars.
You have people like Favreau, Filoni, who are super fans, like everyone on the Zooms.
I love the Han Solo movie, and then of course I love The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian to me is made from people who love Star Wars.
I think I'm the only person who's ever written Star Wars for film, television, books, and comics.
And the Rancor bit hit, and I went running out of the theater, screaming my head off.
Coming back to a show that I dearly love and admire, so thanks for having me.
But, I was doing my research, and Wedge was obviously a character that you had to use if you were going to do Rogue Squadron.
You? Don't do that. There is no track.
I've placed information vital to the survival of the rebellion into the memory systems of this R2 unit.
Those, but I got to do some sound-alike work for 3PO and Mandalorian. This is the way.
Because Darth Vader was the scariest thing that had ever happened to anybody, and this guy literally looks like the devil.
I need to see this right now.
I'll send you a picture.
Share it in the chat.
All right,
come on now. Thought we were doing a show here.
That was awesome. Oh my gosh, I have found my home. I have found my people.
The galaxy isn't growing to push people out. It's growing to let more people come in and find their love.
Steve is really the father of modern Star Wars collecting.
I remember taking both of those clips over to England to show them to George, as well as an early Watto test. And it was there that we made a pitch that Jar Jar be fully digital.
And then you're just sitting with her as she's making dinner, outside of an abandoned AT-AT, at AT-AT, sorry.
I have had the best time ever on Around the Galaxy. Thank you so much.
You just put out a roll call of incredible people.
Yes, it's a good thing. It's a great thing.
Lightsabers hum, they light up the night. Pete and Nick keep the galaxy bright. From Tatooine sands to Endor trees, they're bringing the news with galactic ease. ATGLive, we're blasting away, talking Star Wars every Thursday. Interviews, opinions, and all the lore. Hop on the Falcon, they're opening the door. From Vader's breath to Grogu's charms, theories and chats, they keep us disarmed. Around the galaxy tonight, Chris and Kelsey keeping it tight. They're breaking news like a Death Star blast, taking your calls and reading your chats. The greatest guests and what you need to know. Pete and Nick lead the Star Wars show. ATGLive, we're blasting away, talking Star Wars every Thursday. Interviews, opinions, and all the lore. Hop on the Falcon, they're opening the door.
We're home. Well, welcome to ATGLive, your Thursday night home for
I mean, at this point, we do everything here. We give fashion tips, we give career advice, we talk Star Wars, we play silly trivia, we play games. This Thursday night is no exception. We are dipping into our bag of tricks. I am one of your hosts, Nick Milkey. And as you can see, Pete is not here tonight. Pete is on vacation with his family,
What do you
being
mean?
a bum
I am
on a
Pete.
beach somewhere. That's right. But instead of Pete, we have the one, the only, the most fabulous Holly Frey, who is sitting in to be my co-host tonight. Holly, how are you doing?
I'm very good. I'm about to start making drinks, so I'm in a
You are, and that's of the million things that I love about Holly Frey, the multi-talented, amazing Holly Frey. I can always count on her to make sure that drinks are a part of the equation. In fact, let me go ahead and just take this opportunity. If you don't have a copy of Killer Cocktails yet by Holly Frey and Maria Trimarchi, you need to have a copy. You need to keep it nearby. I keep this one right here next to my desk in my studio. I have fallen short in making cocktails out of it, although I don't know if we talked about this when you were on when the book came out. In the book, there are cocktails. There is also a section with mocktails for a bunch of different things. My kids love the mocktails part of this book, and they make drinks out of this book all the time.
That's funny.
And
I
quite
love it.
frequently, I'll get hit up at like the least opportune time, like, Dad, we don't have anything to make mocktails. And I'm like, I'm sorry, that wasn't on my grocery list this week.
Tail hour, Dad.
It is mocktail hour, but we are hanging out tonight. We're going to do things a little bit differently. Like I said, Pete is on vacation, and I decided what we needed is a galactic happy hour. We just need to hang out. We need to laugh. We need to talk about whatever we're feeling, see where the conversation takes us. Holly is test driving some cocktails while we are on tonight. She's putting some things together, which is exciting. So we will give her opportunities to tell us about that. We have reached out to a bunch of our friends, some of whom are going to drop by. One of whom is hanging out in the background, is going to join us very, very soon. I'm really excited about that. And if you are watching and you are a Patreon supporter, we sent a link to you in, I think it's through the Patreon app. Pete sent it out. We would love for you to call in and join in. So I know I saw Brian Finnessy hanging out in the chat. He's always up for a drink. But this is what we're doing tonight. We're hanging out. We're having some fun. And before we get into the rest of the fun, I do have a couple of quick pieces of business. I've got my show notes to make sure I do this right. Because usually if our producers are here, which that's the first thing we're going to talk about, we are producerless tonight. So not only are we having fun and drinking, I'm running the whole show. So there's no telling.
Producers.
That's right. There's no telling at what point this is going to crash. But Kelsey is not here tonight. We'll talk about that in just a minute. And Chris is not here with us tonight. So they both had some other stuff going on. So what happens when everybody responsible is away? I turn it into a space bar, and that's what we're doing tonight.
I'm going to get my bad influence friend to come over.
That's right. I'm going to get my drinking pals to come hang out, and that's what we're going to do. Real quick, housekeeping, really the main thing is the sswnetwork.com. You can see it right there at the bottom of the screen. If you go to that website, you will find everything we do. News stories, links to shows, our merchandise page. We've kind of revamped all that. Pete showed some new designs in the last couple of weeks, some new t-shirts we've got going on. There's a sticker page, which is really cool. So instead of just like buying one sticker, I think it's got 6 or 7 of our different sticker designs all on one sheet. You can order those. We'd love for you to check that out. We do have, as I mentioned, our Patreon program. For as little as $3 a month, you get to call in when we do happy hours. We send out swag, which is coming out in the next few weeks. We have, when we do our big Around the Galaxy interview show, we try to record those and we give the patrons the link to watch us record those live, and you get to check out those interviews before they drop in the podcast feed. We're really, really grateful that we have Patreon supporters. It really helps us continue to do what we love to do here on Thursday nights and when we do other interviews. And we want to reward those folks that support us in that way. So all of that is on our website, theSSWnetwork.com, your one-stop shop for all things Nick and Pete. And I don't know at what point in my life I realized I would be on a regular basis plugging away that you can find everything you need to find that relates to me and my gray-headed friend in New Jersey. But here we are.
Life takes it the turns that it takes.
As a podcaster and I guess a content creator, I don't know if I get to say that that's what I am, but you have to plug things, right? That's just kind of a part of the job.
I don't know. I'm very bad at it, and I almost never do it, and then I get in trouble for not promoting things.
Well, but you're a professional, so you've got people that come in and remind you and tell you what's going on. Well, before we jump in, that's right. Just keep telling myself that. Before we jump into the rest of our fun and before we bring in our first guest, we have to do I have to do my toast. And, you know, you've been a part of this before, Holly. I don't remember. Was it Snoketoberfest when you were on?
I have been on at least one time when there was, some snaky things happening.
Started out, and again, if somebody's new, if you're watching for the first time, we do what we call Snoketoberfest in the month of October. We run the clip from Rise of the Skywalker where he says, "I have been every voice you've ever heard inside your head." And you have to chug a beer before he finishes that little, 10-second bit of dialogue. It's silly. It's fun. It's Star Wars. Well, Snoketoberfest turned into Snokevember, and Snokevember turned into Darthcember. And then we thought, what if we did this every month? And we did a toast every week. So then January became Jandodanuary, which is one of my favorites. We have Boba Fettuary, which was the month of February. We had Imperial March. In April, we had Dr. April, and we used our Dr. Afra figure. And so that's the other thing. You put your action figure in your beer. For May was Millennium Falcon. We changed it up a little bit. We went with a ship, not a character. June was June Urso, which was appropriate as we were coming out of Andor season 2. So then sometimes you have months where you're challenged a little bit and you try to figure out, well, what are we going to do for July? Well, thankfully, we have a great group of friends who support the show, and I threw it to them. I was like, what should we do for July? And they came up with what might be my favorite so far, which is July Jar Binks. And this is the month of July, and it is July Jar Binks. The small wrinkle in July Jar Binks for me is I didn't have the opportunity and have yet to, at this point, near the end of July, manage to secure for myself a Jar Jar Binks action figure to sink in my beer as I chug it. So what do we do when we don't have what we need? We improvise. So my beer is split into 2 jars. So it is a Jar Jar beer chug. Instead of having my Jar Jar figure, I have my 2 jars.
Sir. Bravo.
So, you make it work however you can. But I do have our video. We always have a little. Oh, no, don't play yet. Stop. Stop. Play. Okay, there we go. This is that part where I mess things up. So we have our video clip. I'm going to raise my July Jar Binks toast. And my July Jar Binks toast goes to our producer, Kelsey. Kelsey is not with us tonight. Kelsey is celebrating her birthday. She is out on the West Coast with friends at a tiki bar, which I know you would be excited about. There he is. Look at that.
I just had a Jar Jar delivery. That's how good it is here.
That's fantastic. That's service with a smile. But I'm raising our toast tonight to Kelsey. Kelsey does a lot for our show. She's a great friend. She's a great producer. She helps us out. She helps keep us more professional than I usually do most of the time. So Kelsey, to you, I raise both of my jars of beer. This is one beer split into 2 small jars. So it's a Jar Jar toast. So cheers to you and happy birthday.
I even wanna believe this. Joey, we win the money. Lisa thinks we broke me Bombad's spine.
So important business is out of the way. People are toasted. People are celebrated. We're going to take a very quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to welcome in our first guest. And we're going to hear about Holly's cocktail. And we're just going to have some fun and hang out. So we will be right back with more ATG Live. Well, we are back with more ATG Live. I am your host, Nick Milkey, and I am joined tonight by our good friend, Holly Frey. Pete is on vacation. Chris and Kelsey are out celebrating life, and we're hanging out having a galactic cocktail party. I have to say, because we say it every time we run the Bro Axiom commercial, if you need collectibles, buy them from Chris. As we like to say, you're going to buy this stuff anyhow. Buy it from Chris. Support a small business. He does a great job. If you put in that code ATG10, you're going to get 10% off your first order. And he has everything. He's got comics. He's got action figures. He's got, not just Star Wars. He's got G.I. Joe and Transformers and all that good stuff. So we want you to check that out. We want you to support Chris. And Holly, I think the first and most important thing we could do right now is bring in our first guest, who has been waiting patiently and watching all of this nonsense
please.
to this
it's
point.
One of my favorite people in the world.
It is an amazing person, amazing guest. She has become a friend of our show. She was on not too long ago, right when Pot of Rebellion started, talking about the Rebels podcast that is incredible. I know she's a good friend of yours. If you're watching, you know this lovely woman, certainly as Harrison Dula. She has also played and done so many other characters and voices and acting jobs. It is a great thrill to welcome to our Galactic Cocktail Party tonight, the wonderful Vanessa Marshall.
Commence primary ignition.
Oh,
there
my
she is.
Goodness, that was amazing. Best intro ever. Yay. So happy.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Doing great. I've got my mullet shot still in the background.
Love it.
Hallowed be my 11th grade self. Let us never forget.
That's right. I remember we talked about that when you were on before, and it stuck with me. So when I hear you doing your show and I'm listening to Pot of Rebellion, I'm like, she's probably sitting there and it's right behind her.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's so funny. Well, I have all sorts of gifts nearby, but this one in particular is a heartthrob. I got the B-Wing. You were talking about.
Look at that. Mm-hmm.
Yes, this was a gift. Otherwise, I would have done so. But oh my gosh, I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. But there's so many fun things in here. It's not even right. But anyway, thank you for having me. I'm so grateful to see you, Holly. Hi.
Likewise. I think I haven't seen you since Japan.
I know. Yeah. And did you see this thing from Japan?
Yes.
Did you
look
at that? Yeah. Isn't that so
Jody
fun?
Ray's amazing.
Yeah, she's a good human, as are you. Yes. Yeah, Japan celebration was insane. How much fun was that?
It was very fun. I have told many people that I had like a weird thing with Japan.
Oh.
Where I can't relax there because I feel like I have to be on my best princess cupcake behavior because like I don't want to be the loud American and I am a loud cackler. And like, so I just like the whole time was kind of white knuckling it. Like, don't offend anybody with your behavior.
Well, yeah, I think we're in the same club because, I mean, I learned a lot. Here's the thing. We went to Kyoto and that's where I discovered that they sell pickles and sticks. Okay. I think I had about 10,000 of these things, and I learned a lot. This is the sesame chili oil one, and then they had a lemon one. But as is with so many things in Japan, there are so many customs that Americans just never even think of these things. But I kept grabbing the pickles, grabbing them like this, and finally, someone said to me, "Did you notice that they hand them to you this way?" And I was like, before I scarf them down, yeah, maybe I did see that. They're like, "You're supposed to accept it with both hands." And it just changed the whole pickle thing for me. I took the pickle with both hands and I was like, I just lost my mind. It was so cool. And that's one of many lessons that I learned about sort of cultural difference and my, unapologetic appetite for pickles.
I feel like take the pickle with both hands would be a great t-shirt.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, I was in my happy place for sure, but I did have to be very aware that I might have been offending people left and right. I don't know. How did you end up doing overall?
It was beautiful.
Yeah. So
now, Holly,
did you? I have to go to another country to see you. That's how wild it is.
That's hilarious. I know. It's bananas. Are you, yes, pickle enthusiasts. Let's go. Are you coming to Los Angeles anytime soon at all or no?
Maybe.
Oh, good. Okay.
Possibly in September, but I don't know yet.
Okay, perfect.
I'll keep you posted.
Please do. I will have to. We'll sort that out.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, my calendar is kind of cuckoo bananas for the rest of the year. I was telling Nick before we started, like every time I'm like, okay, but then when I get to this, I'll be settled, and then I get some comments like, could you also do? And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
but that's
that's just the way it is, huh?
That's how it goes.
Well, I am holding out and keeping my fingers crossed that everything stays just right in Holly's life, that when I'm in Atlanta in a few weeks for Dragon Con, I'm going to get to have some Holly and Brian time, because
how fun.
that has become a hallmark of my adventures to Dragon Con are work related, but I always get the chance to go see my friends, and usually I get to go to Cabe's Oasis, which is where it's at.
Didn't we meet at Dragon Con, Holly?
Yes.
Oh gosh,
yes.
It was so great.
What restaurant was that in?
I don't know, dude, but
it was the best hang. It was so good.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Very good stuff.
Well, I'm thinking the hotel room, with all the elevators with the windows and all the women strobing here and there, but also the gentleman who was naked outside my door, and just had to verify that he wasn't dead. As soon as he was like, I said, okay, enjoy yourself. I don't know. It was intense.
Glamorous life of an in-demand voice actress.
Well, as a con goer, that particular con. So Nick, get ready, buckle up, bring your.
I have been several times.
Oh geez, so
and so I do, and so my favorite part is I work in my day job, in my real job, I work for the company that for the last 20 years hosts the blood drive at Dragon Con, that people donate blood that goes to local hospitals. And so it is a huge organization. We put it on. It takes staff from Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. Everybody converges on Dragon Con. We set up in the basement of the hotel. This is the 20th year, I think, this year that we've done it. And so I work 2 of the days, and I'm in the area where people are registering, coming through. They get the interview and physical before they go actually donate blood. And the fascinating thing, and they told me this before I ever went, is people will stand in line in full cosplay for hours for the opportunity to donate blood. We always have a special Dragon Con t-shirt. We usually have pins and that kind of thing. And so it's fascinating to, of course, get to see all the costumes come through. Anytime I see Star Wars people, of course, those are the ones that I talk to immediately. The first year I was there was a guy that came in dressed as Superman. I think he was probably 6'7" or 6'8". He was the biggest human I've ever been around. Dressed as Superman. I was like, no, I'm pretty sure this is really Superman. Like,
wait, and
it just.
When was your first?
2 years. This will be my third. So 2 years ago. Yeah. A couple years ago. This will be my third. But one of my favorite moments is I have a team of, all of our phlebotomists that work for us, and they're doing all the important technical work. And in that little interview and physical room, they have little individual booths where you send them. So there's a little bit of privacy while they're having their little physical and interview. And I tell them, I say, when you're done, stand up so I can send the next person to you so I can keep the line moving. Well, this one girl, she kept waiting. She was giving me a hard time. She's like, you won't send me anybody. You won't send anybody. She picked just long enough that I turned around, and the next guy in line was literally just wearing like a pair of tidy whities and a cape. And I was like, you can go right over there. And she looked at me. She goes, I can't believe you did that. And I was like, you asked, so I sent you somebody.
Oh, that's perfect.
But
that's wonderful that you're doing that there. That's really wonderful.
It's really cool. And the way it works, the way we do it, we get about 1,000 people a day that donate blood over the course of 4 days. And all the blood that our organization collects goes directly to local hospitals for surgeries, trauma, all that kind of stuff. So it's a really rewarding company to work for in that aspect, but it's also so great to get to combine that with Dragon Con and go, look at this. We get to hang out and be nerds and help save lives at the same time.
That's amazing. And are you
anybody that's
on Earth normally where
I am in Montgomery, Alabama.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Yes, ma'am. Yep. And then, so our company is Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. And it's just neat. And knowing Brian and Holly over these years, even before Dragon Con, and getting to be real life friends with them because of podcasting and all that kind of stuff is just added to what my wife coined the term weird space friends years ago. She said,
That's
"Are you doing your
awesome.
podcast again? You're hanging out with your weird space friends?" I said, "I am," and it just kind of stuck. So these are my weird space friends, and I wouldn't trade it.
Nope.
So Holly,
Yeah.
we've been talking a little bit. I want to give you some spotlight for a minute because you've got cocktails going on over there. I feel like we need to see what are we working on? What's cooking in the lab at the moment?
This is almost gone.
Okay.
Probably dangerously so. I'm workshopping cocktails for somebody's wedding. So for the groom, I made a toasted sage old fashioned. So
What? Wait, back up. Hold on. Toasted sage?
So basically, like, I just cut sage from my garden and I toast it just in a dry fry pan.
Yo.
And then make a simple syrup with it, which is super easy. Just a cup of sugar, a cup of water, and throw your toasted sage in there. And then let it simmer for like 20 minutes. And then once it cools, you strain all of the sage leaves off. And then you have a sagey, yummy syrup.
My mouth is watering. Wow.
I'm drinking a regular old fashioned right now, and it's not nearly as cool as a sage old fashioned.
I'm drinking watermelon water. This is not cool. This is cool, but not as cool as what you just described or an old fashioned. Well, cheers.
Indeed. Cheers to that.
And then the next one I'm making after this, I'm more excited by because being a drink maker, I shouldn't always confess this, but I don't love the brown alcohols. They're not my jam. I know many people love them, and so I've developed enough of a taste that I can make drinks with them, but I'm never going to pick them if I'm just out myself having a cocktail. So for the bride, we're doing a gimlet, but we're doing a green tea infused gin, and instead of simple syrup, we're doing a boysenberry syrup. My beloved is asking what might be a good mocktail version of an old fashioned if you're not into alcohol. Here is a thing I do a lot of to sub out for bourbon. I will put, first of all, there is a commercially available product called Tennyson, which is a 0 proof spirit, and it's not exactly bourbon. It's like a black ginger flavor. It's really yummy, and I'll use that. But also, if I'm just like myself at the house and don't have any, I will cold steep low sugar white grape juice with black tea, and I'll use that in lieu of bourbon. Or sometimes I'll just make a black tea and then I'll add some spices like allspice and nutmeg to it and use that instead.
Wow.
Incredible.
I'm writing incredible.
This and you can learn more things like that with killer cocktails.
No, right. There is a mocktail for every drink in the book. So
well then I'll just send my friend your book. Okay, no problem. No, I have a friend who recently just got sober, and he's forever complaining that whenever we go out, he has all the mocktails and loves all that. But he wants to invent some sort of, he loves bourbon. He loves the browns. I don't know from the browns myself. I'm more like tequila, vodka, or I was back in the day, but yeah, that's more my go-to. But anyway, this is great news. I'm very excited.
Tennyson is super yummy. I have been doing for friends lately that are not drinkers, like 2 ounces of Tennyson with an ounce of a spicy mango syrup, and then just topping it with ginger beer, and it's super yummy, and it tastes bitey like alcohol. So for people that are newly sober and are missing that twang on their taste buds, that kind of scratches that itch.
Where do you get mango syrup?
You can get it online.
Wow. Okay, dude.
If you just do an internet search for spicy mango syrup, it'll pop up. Monin makes a really good one. Really good.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I have noticed too, Holly, that as everything progresses and time changes and goes on, we have, of course, in our part of the country, we have Publix supermarkets, and I was at Publix earlier today, and they had in the beer and wine section, they had the 0 alcohol tequila, gin, and something else at the grocery store.
Yeah,
and so they're becoming. they're becoming more available for those that are
Really?
looking for it.
Yeah, I got this.
That one.
This zero proof tequila at Publix.
Yes,
That is
that's the
so
one I saw
weird.
today. Yeah.
That is
And like, I'll
weird.
be frank, the zero proof spirits are hit or miss. Some really work,
Yeah.
some really don't. But if you experiment and figure out what they might go with, sometimes you can draw out the flavors that are in there that aren't always apparent and make them super yummy. It's just an experiment game. But I love how many zero proof spirits there are now because it's handy. Not everybody
it's great that
drinks.
there's
Just
options.
like making drinks.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So here's what I'm going to do. I put together some little conversation questions, some little, let's just pepper it around. Let's see what kind of answers we come up with. And I feel like we're talking about drinks. We're having a cocktail hour. This feels like the first one. I'm going to throw it to you first, Vanessa.
Okay.
Who do you think throws a better party? Lando on Cloud City or Jabba at Jabba's palace?
Lando all day.
100%.
Lando all day. Are you kidding
You're
me?
less likely to become enslaved at Lando's, I feel
It's
like.
true.
Yeah,
And
100%.
the drinks are just going to be better.
Way.
It's a high class. It's a very, it's a very fancy party situation.
Yeah, definitely. Jabba? Mm-mm.
No, you're getting into trouble if you're at Jabba's party.
Hi, Eric.
That seems like a pretty easy one to answer. It's hard to even try to play devil's advocate and make a case for Jabba's because you're like, no, it's just bad news.
If you are in that point in your life where you want to have a lost weekend, go to Jabba's, but know that you might not make it out alive. And
Jabba's palace might be The Hangover Part 3. That's where that's going to be filmed.
Yes,
that's where that's going to take place.
Yeah.
Well, let's stick with a party and alcohol serving situation. Holly, I'll throw this one to you first. Would you rather be the bartender at the Mos Eisley Cantina? Actually, I know how you're going to answer this question, but I'll ask it anyhow. Would you rather be the bartender at Mos Eisley or at Dex's Diner?
Mos Eisley. I mean, listen, Dex's Diner is probably nicer.
Sure.
He's probably a better employer than Chalman. However, I want to just bar back for Acmina. That's all I want. That's all I want.
Yeah, no, you have to, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
also I could hang out with Cabe. I could hang out with Greedo.
The presence of Cabe alone really seals the deal.
The music.
Right. The music is great. I can ask an Arcona about his salt addiction. There are a lot of things that we can discuss.
Yeah. The Greedo part is main positive. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I can steer him away from Han Solo and save him and change the course of history.
Yes, please.
You're like, hey, you don't want to go over there. Come talk to me for a little bit.
Honey, let's just make a drink. It's going to be fine.
Let's make a drink. I think the only thing I will play devil's advocate for Dex for a minute. I think if you're working at Dex's, you have a better chance of late at night, you've had one too many, and you're ready for a good Bantha burger that's going to kind of ease you into the night, soak up the alcohol. You're going to get that late night, hole in the wall, greasy spoon food that goes great after a great night out with your friends.
I will say,
yeah.
Thinking about Dex's is very much like an old school New York diner. It's just on Coruscant. And I have had some really good cocktails in old school New York diners. Sometimes you don't get what you ordered, but the drink is still good.
That's right. That's all that matters.
I feel like we were at New York Comic Con one year and we were at the IHOP in Times Square and experienced something similar to that.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
I think we were at TikTok.
Oh, okay. Well, diner vibes for sure.
Yeah, TikTok is in the New Yorker Hotel, which is where nerd trivia, Nikola Tesla died. And lived for a long time. His pictures were on the roof.
Wow.
Amazing.
Oh, New York.
Well, we have, and you're right. Some of those diners, some of them have, a cocktail or even just a hidden stash of booze. We have a hot dog joint here in Montgomery, Alabama, historic Montgomery, Alabama, called Chris's Hot Dogs. And Chris's Hot Dogs has been open for over 100 years in the same location in downtown Montgomery. They have burgers and chili dogs, and you walk in and you go, really? You think I'm supposed to eat here? Like it's a hole in the wall, greasy spoon. But this place has been around. Hank Williams used to go there. And if you sit at the little lunch counter at the bar, there's what essentially looks like a standalone bolt-on bathroom medicine cabinet on the wall behind the lunch bar. And if you open it up, that's where the Jack Daniels is. And that's where, and they're like that lunch man special. You come in, you get a drink with a little something extra. It's the way to go.
I love it.
I do love a good Jersey diner. So, but Moss Isley, you kind of have to.
Yeah, like their food situation is not happening. But
I mean, what is it? I mean, I can't really, it doesn't come to mind. Like, is there
I'd like to think that they serve a really dirty, greasy version of a Ronto wrap?
Yeah, right. I'm with you. Yeah, that tracks.
I don't know.
I'm thinking you're lucky if you get like, some bad bar nuts in a bowl or, some stale chips or something like that. I think that's about as far as they're willing to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they're boosting crates off the public transport of like the airplane peanuts that, they take those and just give them out at the bar. Well, Holly, I see you're concocting again over here. Can we spotlight what you're working on?
I'm making a gimlet, so it's lime squeezy time. Very exciting stuff going on over here.
I like it. Oh my God.
I'm not like a flair bartender, so
I will give a shout out. I'll give a shout out to there's a sage butter pasta that
yum.
Oh, dude. You can't go wrong. I would Google it. It's worth a try with a sage cocktail. I'm just thinking it could really
I just like sage in everything, truthfully.
Exactly. Yeah. I remember my mom used to want to eat broccoli pasta that I used to make. Now it's just rotelli noodles with cheese and pasta or broccoli. So it's not like broccoli pasta. The pasta is not made out of broccoli. But one time I switched it up and did this sage butter maneuver.
Oh, yes.
Crowd pleaser. I wish I knew how to make that cocktail, but alas, now I do. So
yeah, I will send you the proportions and have you.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
So you can make a 0 proof one and you'll be the hero.
Epic.
See, stick with Holly. She'll get you where you need to go.
All right, so where are we at?
Here's another one.
Okay.
Which droid would you trust to make you a cocktail? We've got a lot of droid choices out there, and there are some very quickly that I go, no, I'm not drinking what they're making.
I feel like Chopper would just pour straight spirit.
Grain alcohol.
I'm going Chop.
Chopper's bringing grain alcohol to the party.
Dude, Chopper's on brand. I think I have to go with Chop. Yeah.
Chopper would be like a great dive bartender.
Right?
Yes. No muss, no fuss.
He would not mess around with amounts, right?
Right.
Yeah.
He measures.
I mean, he would not be stingy. He would wop wop wop. Like he would definitely. He is a good pour, right?
He's gonna pour good, and he's gonna get good tips. Because if you don't, you're gonna pay for it the next time.
Yeah. How about you? Is there which droid would you want?
So, I think there's a good possibility K2 would be a good bartender.
Yes, he would.
I think K2, I mean,
yes,
he's gonna be that wry, sarcastic, like maybe a little Ted Danson in Cheers, maybe a little bit of just, you're gonna get some attitude, you're gonna get a good drink because it's programmed in. That Imperial programming is very rigid and refined. I think that's going to be it. I think K2 is the droid bartender that I need.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
So
outstanding, Holly.
Well, your K2 comment made me think. So when I went to bartending school, there were 2 teachers, bar professors. I don't know what their title is, but one of them was very like perfection, like very like you have to, if it's an ounce, you need to get to like the meniscus needs to be level with the top of the jigger, kind of really
oh my god,
that's the K2 bartender. And then the other guy who did like Bloody Marys and Irish coffee, and I think he did a Long Island. He was like he was the measure with your heart. He was the Chopper version. Like just throw it in. Nobody's gonna take it back apart and measure it out. They won't judge you. Like he was very funny. And so I don't think actually either of them. I want somebody in the middle Do you know who I think would be a spectacular bartender?
Huh.
2-1B.
Ooh, okay.
Wow. Deep cut.
For a variety of reasons. One, like he's used to measuring medicines. So he'll know what the right amount of alcohol and other ingredients are for anybody. But two, in a galaxy far, far away, you have to be careful because some species could die from a thing that somebody else can metabolize no problem. So you need 2-1B behind the bar so nobody gets hurt.
Okay. I like that. That's
This-
well
this
thought
is a-
out. I think it plans for assured mayhem as well. If you need medical standby, I like it.
Great.
That's good hustle. I like it.
Totally works. Yep. Holly does her homework when she's doing these kinds of things. Well, this is a lot of fun. I'm thankful everybody is hanging out and watching. We have had 2 more guests who just popped in the background. So we are going to take a quick 1-minute commercial break. And when we get back, we're going to welcome back a couple more friends. We're going to have some more drinks and we're going to ask a couple more silly questions. So we will be right back with more ATG Live.
R2? Where are you? R2? R2? R2, you're on fire! R2-D2, you found a cigarette! Well, I don't think smoking is grown up at all. Because it's very dangerous. Smoking does dreadful things to your lungs and is very bad for your heart. Well, I know I don't have one, but humans do, and I think we should set a good example. Well done, R2. Oh, hello. You know smoking is bad for your health, and it isn't grown up at all. So please, don't smoke. R2, do you really think I don't have a heart?
That behind the scenes set picture of Anthony Daniels having a cigarette lit in the 70s through the C-3PO mask always makes me laugh. And the first time I ever saw that anti-smoking commercial, I just thought, this is meant to be. Like, this has to become a thing. The other problem is, on occasion when we run that commercial, there's that one specific beep that R2-D2 does that is the text tone on my phone. So every time I see that commercial and I hear it, I turn automatically to figure out who's texted me. Nobody's texted me. Nobody cares. Welcome back to ATG Live. It is Thursday. We are having a Star Wars Galactic happy hour. I am joined with my good friend Holly Frey, who is co-hosting with me tonight because Pete is out of town on vacation. We have the amazing Vanessa Marshall, who is here hanging out. We have had a bunch of fun. And I just got some notifications in the background that we have 2 more guests who have showed up. So I'm going to hit this button and we're going to welcome.
Commence primary ignition.
Look at this. Look at this. We've got Corey Ryan Forrester, stand-up comedian extraordinaire. Some of you may know him as the Buttercream Dream, good friend of ours. And the fabulous Max Fry. Max, what is going on?
How's it going, everyone?
Oh my gosh. Welcome.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Hooray for Max. No relation.
Different fries. That's right.
Epic.
Guys, we're hanging out tonight. We're having cocktails. We're just answering silly Star Wars questions. I'll start with you, Corey. Corey, what's going on in your world right now?
Well, first off, it's been a running bit on this show, but I'm having the realization that it's just true. I'm only ever called when Pete is in the infirmary or something. Like when Pete. So, like, I don't know if it's that Pete's so good that whenever he has to leave, you're like, oh, I better call in the big guns, or if Pete legitimately hates me, like I think he does in my brain. And so that's, but no, other than that, nothing. I've been sorry, I couldn't get my computer to work, so I'm in my. And also, my alarm just went off, and it screwed everything up. I had a sick kid today, but I'm very pumped to be here. And also, if I may, real quick, were y'all? I jumped in on the tail end. Were y'all talking about who would be the best bartender in the universe?
Who would be the droid you would trust to make
nobody?
Uh oh.
What?
We'll get you back. Yes. Can you hear us?
I don't know what,
Are you
what
back?
happened.
Are you there now? Corey? Hello, Corey. I'll give him a minute. I'll give him a minute. Max, we were asking the question, who is the droid in Star Wars that you would trust to make you a cocktail?
Well, I can definitely say not Chopper, because he would probably...
Bro, you don't have a can-do attitude then. All right.
I would be a little worried he would poison me. I don't know. It seems possible.
Well, Max, are you a nefarious, weird individual? I don't think so. Why would he do that?
I hope not. No, I just think he's a little mischievous. But I'm kidding, of course.
No.
I actually think I would love to have Chopper make me a drink.
Here's the
I
thing.
feel like Chopper should only be allowed to make highballs. Like, he can't get too complicated, or everything will go very south.
No, I know you're a good person, and that's how I know Chopper would just make you a very, very strong drink that would really make your night and your childhood be healed simultaneously.
I think we'd probably stay up all night drinking bourbon together, honestly. I think that sounds like an
Now
evening.
we're talking. Yeah. He's going to tell you all the things that you don't need to hear.
No, but you're probably wise to be apprehensive with Chopper. That shows good instincts. And yet, I would recommend for one time try it.
Corey, you're back.
I'm so sorry. That was very unprofessional. I hope.
No, you're good.
I hope this name hasn't been thrown out there yet. And by name, I can't remember the dude's name, but I'll describe him to you. It's the guy in, I want to say Attack of the Clones. I know it's not Revenge of the Sith, who's he's Obi-Wan Kenobi's buddy that works at this like greasy spoon diner that has like 4 arms or whatever.
Dex's Diner.
Yeah, so that dude clearly, I mean, if in the context of what he was saying to Obi-Wan, you can tell this is the type of dude who, like, he's trying to put his past life of crime behind him. Like, he still knows all those people, but clearly maybe he's got a daughter or something, and he's like, I'm leaving the rat race. I feel like that dude, he's already got managerial experience in a diner, you know? So I feel like that guy pouring drinks, you can trust him because he gave that life up, but he's still going to have the best stories from that era and 4 arms, so he can make all types of drinks, like, for 2 different people. You know what I mean? So whatever that guy's name is, Splat, who knows? That's who I would pick.
Dex is his name.
Dex.
Yes.
Did you look that up, or did you just know that off the top of your dome, Molly?
We just know. We were talking about Dex's Diner earlier, so.
Yes.
Well, and who can't hear Obi-Wan saying, hello, Dex?
Yeah, I also have a chaos answer to this question.
Okay, go for it.
And it's a little bit of a technicality because I don't know if this would fall under 100% droid, but you know, General Grievous has 4 arms.
Sure does. They usually have lightsabers in them, though.
Yeah, but like imagine 4 cocktail shakers going at once. He would be the best flair bartender.
Yeah.
Like remake Cocktail with General Grievous starring in it, and I will go see it.
Well, and if they had like disco night, he could like stand in the middle and take all the lightsabers out and like make a disco ball type thing.
That's a party.
That is 100% a party. All right, we're gonna
provide it though. I don't know. It's too soon. It's too soon, Grievous. I can't with that guy.
Yeah.
I just can't. I'm sorry.
I mean, the odds of poisoning are high, but
no, I can't. Sorry. No way, man.
I can't tell if you can't because you love him and remember him being exploded, or if
no, he's just done. He's done several rude things to women in Star Wars or female characters that I just can't see past.
Yeah, he straight up committed war crimes, but I'll be honest with you, that's kind of what I want in a bartender. You know what I mean? Like, it keeps him off the streets. It keeps him off the street. Like, you know what I mean? If they're not going to execute this guy on site, he's got to work.
Okay.
We don't want him going back to his old jobs. You know what I mean?
All right. The wound is still fresh. I can't.
I hear you.
Yeah.
This is how we curb recidivism. We teach them cocktail recipes.
That's right. Yeah. Infinity says that Grievous is going to be muddling fruit with the butt end of a lightsaber.
Yes.
Whoa.
Making it work.
Yes.
I don't know. I'd listen. Right. I would keep watch. If he were your bartender, I would just chill nearby to make sure you survive it.
I mean,
I'd
I
be
always
willing.
watch anyway, so we're good.
We're going to throw another question at you. We all know that reality TV is a staple in life these days. If Star Wars was a reality TV show, you're watching the first episode of, I don't know, The Bachelorette, Dantooine, whatever it is. Who is the first character in Star Wars who's going to get drunk and spill all the drama right away?
R2.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Vanessa says R2 right off the bat.
No.
Corey, what do you got?
I think Jabba the Hutt's wife, whoever that is, I think that she's probably like one of those gals from Goodfellas who spends her whole day in the beauty shop. And yeah, she loved Jabba at first because he was a go-getter and he could afford to buy her all these things. But after years of turning a blind eye to it, she's getting a little sick of it. Maybe she's got a thing for Boba Fett and she wants to blow the whole thing up. I just feel like a fat, sassy gal, as she probably is, would be into the tea, you know.
What about
So really, we're talking Real Housewives of Tatooine is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like you're describing Zero's mama, right? Like,
yes.
Do you know who I actually think would be the unexpected one, because he vibes pretty straight-laced? I think Admiral Akbar with a few in him just tells every secret of the Resistance. He's like, here's the bases we're going to next week. Like, he will give up everything. Because you know he has zero tolerance.
None.
Yep.
And also, he just needs friends.
Yeah. He's tired of people not listening to him, too. So once he's finally able to be heard, like, he's going to really go off.
He will blabba. Yeah.
Max, what about you? Who's getting reality TV drunk in Star Wars?
I'm going to pick Fennec Shand.
Nice.
I love it.
I feel like she's pretty cold and steely, but I think you get a few in her, and she's going to tell you her entire hit list.
Yeah. You get a prostitution whore moment from her. It'll be amazing. It'll be amazing.
Exactly.
Apparently, I'm the only one who actually watches Bravo, but that's fine. Everybody come along.
No,
It's been on in several of my family members' house, and I've been near it enough to like get the vibe.
Yeah.
Well, I think Bib Fortuna would be in his cups.
Oh, that's a great choice.
And he's probably enabling Jabba's wife too. It's like there's like a whole thing there. I'm not sure.
Oh, this is such a good choice.
Yeah, that's a very good
choice. Bib Fortuna. You know.
Because like he gets kind of treated like dirt by Jabba.
Yep.
But he also is doing all of the actual administrative work, so he knows everything.
Oh yeah.
Who's been on Jabba's plane? We all know Bib Fortuna has.
Oh gosh.
We all know.
Bib's got the Jabba list.
Yeah.
So I have, and I don't think this is a controversial choice. This feels like an obvious choice the more I think about it. It's Luke. Like, Luke's trying too hard. Luke wants to be cool. Luke's out there and he's had a beer and a half and he's ready to complain to everybody and tell everybody everything. I mean, we're whining about power converters and he hasn't even had anything to drink yet. So he's heading down a bad road.
Luke. Yeah, young Luke, I think you're for sure right.
Yeah.
Old Luke, man, he was on a different level, you know, of keeping it hunted with the Jedi stuff. But young Luke for sure would have talked shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
He'd
I agree.
throw somebody down under the bus right away.
Yeah.
What?
Have we ever discussed, Nick?
Yes.
How horrified I am every time I watch A New Hope and he tugs on Wooer's sleeve.
Yes.
I'm like, that will get you punched in a dive bar, brother. Like, you
keep
don't,
your hands
don't do
to
that
yourself.
bartender.
Yeah. And that's that energy I think I'm thinking about. Reality TV Luke, young Luke, like Corey said.
Yep.
You know, I'll go grab a sleeve. I don't care. He owes me a drink. Like he's being a turd right off the bat, like straight up. We have a couple in the chat. The lovely Brian Finnessy said Ezra would get drunk and spill some tea. I mean,
100%.
Yeah.
Brian Fry said Peli Motto. Now I don't know that Peli. I don't think Peli's going to be messy. I think she's just fun. I think she's just going to be fun drunk.
Yeah, I don't think she needs to be drunk to spill the tea. I think she'll just be
she's going to tell you anyhow.
Yeah. She'll tell you.
And then also
what
Brian said Lobot would shock us
all night.
Lobot is another one who knows all the dirty secrets.
Yep, Lobot's got stories to tell.
You probably can't tell when he gets drunk, but you'll know just by the fact that he's just going to start talking. And
he actually starts saying things. That's right.
Yeah,
that's the difference right there.
Yeah,
I love your shirt, Max. By the way,
well, thank you. It is. It was a Celebration Japan shirt.
Look at that.
I have the
one of my favorites. Of course,
I need that shirt. There's no way.
We're similarly crazy cat people, so I'm not surprised that we both wanted that shirt.
Yeah,
exactly.
So good.
Well, I have to pause us for a quick second because we have another celebrity guest who has just showed up in the background. And this is extra special because this person is coming to us from a faraway planet called Vacation. So let's jump in real quick.
Commence primary ignition.
It is the man himself, Corey. I'm sorry.
What's up, dog?
Corey, hey Vanessa, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
Good. Corey, I had to call in because last time I wasn't on and you were taking offense, and I did not want you to believe that.
Oh, he's already done it tonight.
I've already mentioned it.
Yeah, okay. Well, I just got back. My son was trying to do some
Ketamine?
Surf fishing, and that was wildly unsuccessful. And so now I'm just sitting here sweating and drinking in North Carolina. So,
have
fun.
Marvelous.
Outstanding. Well, we have. All right. So here's the question. I'm gonna throw it to you, Pete.
All right.
If Star Wars was a reality TV show,
yeah,
which character is getting drunk and spilling the tea, sloppy reality TV style, on air?
There's so many choices. I'm gonna say probably my favorite Disney era character, Orson Krennic. I think as a middle manager guy, he's gonna be like, listen, that guy should not be doing that job, and I'm gonna tell you why. And he's gonna let it all out. And yeah, I can see him drinking. And I mean, he was hosting a party in Rogue One, right? So
that's right.
I can see that happening. Yeah. What did you guys say?
He's gonna give you the George Costanza Festivus. I've got problems with all of you people, and I'm about to tell you about it.
That's right.
He's gonna be one of those guys.
He's the Christmas party guy who
or Frank Costanza. I guess that was Frank, but anyhow, yes. Holly, who did you say? I forgot. I've already forgotten who everybody said. Yes, Holly said Admiral Akbar.
Yes.
I threw out young Luke. I thought young Luke, whiny, come on guys, whatever. Corey, who did you have?
I had Jabba the Hutt's supposedly in my brain a Sicilian mob wife. I thought that while she was getting a perm,
my daughter
somewhere.
Hi guys. Bye guys.
What up? That's amazing.
I like that one. I was Lily. That was my daughter. She was
Hi.
Flying around.
All right, Vanessa, who did you have? Who was your reality person?
Bib Fortuna, who also
Bib Fortuna.
Right. He would know all the Jabba's inside stuff.
He opens bottles with his teeth. Yeah.
That's
exactly. Awesome. Max, who did you have? I forget again.
I went with Fennec Shand.
Fennec, yes.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
But she's
going to air the hit list.
Yeah, if you win her, she's going to start talking.
She might tell you a little bit about Boba Fett that we didn't need, knew that we needed to know. So yeah.
All right.
Well,
so
I'm
gonna throw one at you before we let you go. Since you're here, real quick.
Sure. Yeah.
Who is the most underrated Star Wars character to share a drink with?
Most underrated character to share a drink with, Bodhi Rook. I think that guy has seen some stuff as he left the Empire, and if he was still alive after Rogue One, I would love to have a drink with him and just sort of.
I'm the pilot. Tell you about the piloting.
That's right. I mean, it took some guts to decide to make that move, right? So I want to hear the story that went behind that.
Absolutely, that's a good one. Awesome, Max. Who are you having a drink with? Who's your underrated Star Wars character to have a drink with?
My underrated Star Wars character? How about sorry, this is a tough one.
That's all right.
Let's see. I'm gonna choose a character from Actually, I'm going to sit down and have a drink with General Hux, I think.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
I like this.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
I just, I feel like he needs to get some stuff out.
Got to work some things out. Holly Frey, what about you?
Okay, so the obvious answer is Greedo or Cabe, but I'm not answering that. I want to go to a Daughters of Ferrix meeting and have a drink with Marva.
Oh hell yeah. That's an excellent choice. That is a fantastic choice. Marva Andor for sure. Vanessa Marshall, who are we having a drink with?
Well, I'm really curious about Aura Singh.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, what's going on there? What is going on there? I mean, I love me some Cad Bane and I love all that jazz, but I need a little more of Aura Singh. So if I fed her a few of Holly's cocktails, I might get a little more of the backstory. That would be cool.
I like that. That's a good one.
I don't know if she's underrated either, but I'm curious about her. But go on.
Okay. Corey, who are we having a drink with?
So first off, let me say that just because I would like to have a drink with someone does not mean I condone them as a person or an alien or whatever. It's just that in my experience, I find that drinking with pieces of shit is like way more entertaining. And I'm from the South, so like I have had my experience with crotchety, skinny, pale men who have kind of weird views on slavery. So I'm going with Sebulba. I think that would be a lot of fun because, again, I'm not going to agree with any of the things he says, but I bet it's some wild shit that he's going to say, and that would be I'd love to hear it straight from his mouth,
There's going to be stories to tell.
Also,
I feel like everything you just said.
The VIP lounge, so you're going to see some interesting people.
Oh, my God.
And I feel like everything you just said, I should have also said before saying General Hux. I think the same thing applies.
Right.
As someone with my accent, I've found it useful to preface almost everything I say with an explanation, because like if I just said, I'm reading a real good Hitler book right now, which I am, that doesn't sound good coming from me. I have to say, now, please understand, I'm doing this as research on a podcast I do about European history, and I hate the motherfucker. Now you're cool with me saying it. You know what I mean?
Context.
Totally tracks.
Yeah,
totally
I can see Hux wearing a "Make the Galaxy Great Again" hat. I can see that. I can see.
Oh God, you're so right.
You're not kidding.
Yeah. Everybody gets it.
Well, guys, I am in the South as well, so I'm going to bid adieu. I just wanted to pop in and say hi to this amazing group of people all together. Thanks for keeping Nick on track, and I really appreciate it. And I look forward to talking to all of you again sometime very soon.
Have a great
Awesome.
vacation.
Hey, man. Enjoy your vacation.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Uh-oh, what happened? The window broke. Pete broke the window. Pete broke it. This is what happens when Pete goes away. Okay, now we're back. I'm going to hit us with one more question, and then I want to just kind of do a lap around and see what's everybody feeling, what's everybody thinking about, and then we're going to get everybody out of here because we've had a bunch of fun tonight. We're hanging out. Let me look at my list. I have all kinds of silly questions in here. All right, here it is. You're giving a toast at Anakin and Padme's wedding.
Oh gosh.
What are you gonna say? This is built for people like Corey Forrester to have something to say. You're giving a toast to Anakin and Padme at their wedding. What are you gonna say? Anybody that's ready can jump in first.
Good luck.
Guys, we're gathered here today to celebrate two wonderful people, if you don't learn a lot about one of them. Two just wonderful, wonderful human beings. We have a child murderer and also possibly kind of a pedophile, but she's a hot woman, so we kind of let it slide. You know what I mean? We saw you giving him looks when he was 11, you bitch. We saw it. Shut up, get out of here. However, she did redeem herself when she wore that super sweet black leather jumper into the Senate that one time, which I was a real big fan of. And I liked her early work when she was doing the Japanese theater gimmick on her makeup. That was sweet. So here's to the two crazy kids. Fucking, that's it. That's all.
Nailed it. Holly, what are you saying to our happy couple?
No, this is so hard. This one's really hard. Like, I'm trying to put myself in the headspace of someone that doesn't know that the groom is, a monster.
That guy.
Waiting. I mean, I just come up with like Greedo speed, bitches, but that's not a very good one.
That works. Totally take it.
Yeah.
Max, do we have any words of wisdom?
Well, I guess I'd be cowering in the corner on that, plateau by the lake with they think it's just 3PO and R2, but somehow I'm there. Is that the scenario? Okay.
Not creepy.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
I'm just hiding. I just hope, that your love endures through hardships, and there'll be good times and there'll be really bad ones too. And, I would just say, talk to each other, you guys, because communication is key.
There it
Don't
is.
go to bed
Talk
choked.
to each other.
Don't go to bed angry.
Don't go to bed angry. Don't go chase down a bunch of Tuscans angry. That's where we're going. Wow. Amazing. So we have been hanging out for the evening. We have had a bunch of fun. This has been a lot of fun for our Galactic Happy Hour. I'm so thankful to everybody that was here. Pete for calling in earlier. I'm just going to kind of go around the horn. I'm going to get everybody to talk about anything you've got going on, what you're working on, appearances, where people can find you. We have a bunch of people that watch and check it out. I'm going to start with you, Max. You were just back on the screen. Tell everybody what you've got going on, where anybody can find you, keep up with you, that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, well, you can check me out on Instagram at LastMax Studios. I'm actually sitting in my in-progress at-home sabacc den.
What?
So,
where do you live? Not to dox you. What?
We'll talk offline. Yeah. No, I'm on Long Island. I'm on Long Island on the East Coast.
Long Island, let's go.
Okay. Awesome.
Is that a T-16 Skyhopper I see behind you?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Oh my
it is.
God.
So yeah, this is in progress, and I will be posting about it on Instagram, probably at its own handle. So I will talk about that on Last Max Studios soon. And also a quick shout out to my day job at Regal Robot. We will be live streaming from the Lucasfilm Collectibles panel tomorrow from San Diego Comic-Con. So please check that out. We got a lot of fun stuff we're going to be previewing.
That's very exciting. And if anybody that's watching doesn't know Regal Robot, first of all, what's going on in your life? So much amazing stuff that comes out of there. I always love when y'all drop new releases, certainly as a Star Wars kid, but as the indie stuff that you guys have been doing lately is also just blowing my mind. It's incredible.
Well, hold on to your hat.
I've heard tell. Corey Ryan Forrester, the Buttercream Dream himself, brother. What is going on besides that fabulous Braves hat that you're wearing?
Thank you. So obviously I have my podcast, the Well Read podcast, and Putting on Airs, where this week it'll come out tomorrow. We did tribute to the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne, naturally.
Yes, sir.
And over on my Patreon, which you can find at welovecorey.com, I have a new podcast. I say new, I think I've done 27 episodes now. It is called Public Domain Sleepy Time Theater, and that is where I read you a book in a sexy, low Southern voice to help you sleep, and people are really loving it. And the first book we've done is The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. So I'm reading that over at welovecorey.com, along with a whole bunch of other stuff. And you can check out my latest essay for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution at ajc.com.
Amazing. All right, I have to ask one follow-up question. There was a couple of stand-up shows and a deal if they sold out and some tickets and a tattoo.
Wow, I need to get better at promoting. CoreyRyanForster.com is where you can get tickets to see me in Lexington, Kentucky on August 14th and Charlottesville, Virginia on August 15th. And if both of those shows sell out, I have promised to get a tattoo on my butt of Robert E. Lee. I forgot, is this a family show?
You're okay.
Robert E. Lee sucking off Colonel Sanders right on my butt. I'm going to get it if they sell out. So get them tickets.
Listen, so even if you don't go to the show,
it's just to make it happen.
Yeah, even
just
if
go
you
buy
don't
the
go.
tickets.
Dude, you know the greatest thing that could ever happen to me is if like every single one of my tickets got sold, but everybody forgot to come to the show, and then I could just go get my check and leave every time. It'd be so amazing.
That'd be a good way to go.
I mean, I love doing
Totally.
stand up, but I love not doing anything more than anything.
Especially if people are going to give you money to not do anything.
Oh my God, it's the dream.
That's the best.
Yeah, that's where it's at. Vanessa, what I know you've got Pot of Rebellion going on. What else
Yeah,
is
I got
happening?
Pot of Rebellion going on, but I just want to give a shout out to the Moonshine Cantina, my Sabak league that I'm a part of. And guess what, Max? Long Island's really close to New York Comic Con. So I'm just saying that I sense a Sabak game in our future with some Rebels and some other fun friends of mine. But anyway, that's just I'm still I cannot get over that you have an entire Sabak thing right there. That is really spiritually satisfying. So yes, I am going to be at a Star Trek convention August 8th. We're doing a reading of War of the Worlds to raise money for pancreatic cancer research. Wow. And even though I'm in Lower Decks for Star Trek, I've never gone to a Star Trek convention. So there's a first time for everything. So buckle up for that. I'll be in Houston the weekend of August 21st at Nostalgia Con, if anyone's down there. And I'll be at Ocala Comic Con in Orlando, September 19th weekend. And of course, yes, there is the lovely Pot of Rebellion at Pot of Rebellion on all the socials and what have you. And we're trying to put together some kind of a tour for the podcast. So hopefully I can make some progress with that because we want to meet more of the fans and interact and actually have a Sabak game, as a matter of fact. But anyway, I'm so grateful to have been here. And just anytime you're throwing a cocktail party, I'm right here.
Absolutely. Well, and I highly recommend Pot of Rebellion. If you love Star Wars Rebels at all, if you love it the way I do, it's worth your time. It's such, I say this all the time, and I'm a broken record, and it could be one of our show drinking games. Star Wars Rebels was not something that was for me as a target audience, as somebody who's a Gen Xer and grew up with the original trilogy. The first time I saw that it existed, I was like, that looks like a kiddie show. I was hooked instantly. It's truly one of my favorite Star Wars things that has ever been created. I love Star Wars Rebels. And so to get to hear you and everybody else talk about the episodes and go through it really is something that's a joy. So anybody that hasn't checked it out yet, please go check out Pot of Rebellion. It's worth your time.
And
You're here.
Brian, I see Brian in the chat. I'm trying to make that happen, Brian. That is also a goal of mine. So hopefully we can do, just give me a minute. Space Mom is on that. And
Space Mom's cooking.
Yeah, if you go to VanessaMarshall.com, you'll see there's lots of really cool stuff coming out next year that I'm not allowed to talk about yet, but soon enough, come join me.
Outstanding. Absolutely. Holly Frey, what have you got going on? You're doing things. We've got stuff you missed in history class. We've got Criminalia. We've got Full of Sith. You're all over it. What are we doing?
I love your show, by the way. I love stuff you missed in history class.
You do?
Yes.
He does. And I can back him up on that because one of the times that Corey and I were talking years ago when he was on our show off air or something, your name came up and he went, holy shit, Holly Frey? I love stuff you missed in history class.
You're so sweet.
I do. As a matter of fact, I've cited you a whole lot on my show, Putting on Airs, because I would be doing an episode on something and it turns out I had listened to a thing that y'all did on it. So hopefully when I mention it, I throw people your way. But usually what I say is if you want to know more about this that actually makes sense and sounds smart, go to Stuff You Missed in History Class.
I love it. See, now I feel bad for cheering on your horrible tattoo. It's historically significant, but also bad. Yeah, we got that going on. I think it's still in the middle of second season on Friday nights on History Channel. I'm on Dan Aykroyd's Unbelievables, which is just weird history. Killer Cocktails is still available for anybody who wants to buy it. I will be at Tampa Bay Comic-Con soon. What is that, the 1st through the 3rd of August? And then I'll be at Salt Lake Comic-Con in September, and probably other stupid things I'm forgetting. you know, you can't avoid me. I'm sorry.
Yep. Look for Holly Frey. She's probably somewhere near you. That's the way it works.
With a cocktail in my hand.
That's right. With a cocktail in hand. Woman about town, Holly Frey. We have had so much fun tonight. I can't thank each one of you enough for coming and hanging out, answering my silly questions, having a drink. Thanks to Pete for taking the week off so I could say, you know what, let's turn this show into a bar for the night. It's been a bunch of fun. We will be back next week. I don't remember off the top of my head who our guest is next week, so it'll be a surprise. Everybody can check it out, figure it out. I do want to end. We did have our toast at the top of the show. As we usually do, I chugged a beer. Corey, I'm sorry you weren't here to show me how bad at chugging beer I am.
Yeah. Well, it's not how bad you are. It's honestly just how good I am.
Well, it's, you know, it's a skill that we just have to be proud of. We have to own it. But I do want to offer one last toast to end the night. I am raising a glass. I'm raising a shot tonight. My wife's stepdad, Stuart, died on Wednesday. He had been in a bad way for a while. He was on hospice care and he finally passed, and it was his time. He's resting now. He was an amazing dad to my wife. He was her dad before she was a year old. Her parents were divorced and remarried. So I'm raising my glass as we wrap up the show tonight to Stuart Frazier. Thank you for who you were. Thank you for who you raised my wife to be and as an amazing partner and spouse. But thank you for who you are, and we love you. And cheers and happy Star Wars. He doesn't care.
Stuart. Cheers.
Stuart. This has been so much fun. Thank you to everybody who has watched, who has hung out with us in the live chat. You always make the show special. And we're going to be back next week, like I said, with another show. And in the meantime, Corey, may the force be with you.
And also with you.
Just one more round, friend, then homeward bound, friend. Don't forget me in your dreams. Just one more song, friend, and then so long, friend. The nights get shorter, it seems. Just one more rhyme, friend. Yes, it's a crime, friend. But you know time, friend. Time can fly. So it's good night, friend. Good night, but not goodbye.